our next speaker is somebody who have traveled quite far to be here. So he has actually traveled all the way from Hong Kong. So ladies and gentlemen, I need you to give a very big Malaysian welcome to the head of global business development of Alibaba.com, Mr. Timothy Leung. Mr. Leung, all yours.
Thank you, Joanne. And thank you for the welcome. As always, I'm always happy to come to Malaysia. It's like a second home for me. I've been here many times. I was in the event last year. Let me first introduce myself. My name is Timothy Leung from Alibaba.com. I've been with the company for a few years, and I've been handling the Malaysia business from the very beginning, and I'm happy to see you all. Some of you may be familiar with our name, Alibaba, but not necessarily all of you. So let me start to play a short video of a brief introduction of our company.
Alibaba was created in China and founded on a simple belief that small businesses are the bedrock of a prosperous society, and that everyone who wants to do business should have the chance to succeed. We built what has become the world's largest online marketplace, where millions of small businesses can connect with their consumers, and where everything they need to start, run, and grow their business is only a click away. We helped entrepreneurs thrive in China, brought millions of people into the economy, and transformed how people shop, work, and live. Our efforts help to create jobs, spur innovation, and drive the growth of a new middle class. Although Alibaba was born in China, it was created for the world. And now we're ready to help small businesses prosper in every corner of the globe. We're building the infrastructure of commerce for the future, using technology to break down barriers and expand the boundaries of what's possible. So that someday, anyone who wants to do business anywhere will be able to connect with people everywhere.
As you can hear from the video, Alibaba.com was created for SME. That was the mission statement from our company from the very beginning when Jack Ma Yun started our company 16 years ago. In a few days will be the celebration of the anniversary of Alibaba for 16 years. And tomorrow we call it the Customer Day, because this is the day that we remember how our customers support us for this past 16 years. In 16 years, our company grew from 18 founders to today we have over 30,000 staff around the world. But we still carry the same mission statement, to make doing business easy for everyone, everywhere. This is what we try to build. And actually, this is what we have built so far, to build an e-commerce ecosystem for the SME. We always know that the large corporation have a lot of resources. They don't need us. They have the way of promoting the business. They have the way of finding the customers. But it's the SME that need the help the most. What we built is a technology platform. On top of it, we built a B2B platform, Alibaba.com. And we also have a B2C platform, especially in China, in the name of Taobao and Tmall. And on top of that, we build the other services so that in every aspect of doing business, we can help the SME. This is what we try to build, and this is what we try to deliver. I don't need to elaborate much more about the importance of e-commerce. There are speakers ahead of me today, this morning, explaining the importance of e-commerce, the growth. And e-commerce, as we build the ecosystem, we understand that it's a lot more than internet advertising. That we spend a lot of time earlier today, talk about internet marketing, internet advertising. But then we also have speakers from the bank talk about payment. There's a lot of things to make together to make e-commerce work. And I'm happy to tell you, with the support of every people in the industry, we build a good system for you. That as an SME, you can execute your business online within the country and around the world. Today, what I want to talk about, it's not more about Alibaba. I was here last year. I spent some time explaining Alibaba before. I don't want to repeat myself again. So if some of you are not familiar with us, you can always find information about us online. But what I want to talk about today is how to be effective doing e-commerce. I listened to the questions that from the audience just now, or in the morning sessions, asking many things about how to be successful. And we have some good sharing from our customers and the others who has been very successful. And the last session, we also heard from one of the audience saying that it's great, but is it a pure luck that someone is successful? We don't believe it. We believe it's someone who put in the hard work and know how to be successful in the internet, that they become successful in their business. Today, I want to share 4 things that I personally feel is very important to be effective and at the end to be successful in doing e-commerce. There are some slight differences in how you work on the internet world compared to the offline world. But majority of it is still good business sense. But let me highlight a few. Speed, communication, depth, and reach. I'll go into it one by one. Actually, I'm very happy to look at the theme of this year's Digital SME Day. Go fast, aim sharp. Go fast is about speed. That's what I'm going to talk about. First thing, speed. How we do business in the old days. Any of you still receive mail, paper mail, for your business today? Raise your hand. Not from government, but for doing businesses. Not many more. You still receive some fax that will arrive to you, and you may look at it, check it, end of the day, or even the next day. This is the speed of doing business in the past. Then we have emails. Things will go in the mailbox, you check it a few hours later. And then it goes faster. The internet speed goes to minutes. Actually, it's not that. Actually, when we talk about internet, everything starts now. Everything happens now. This is the difference between e-commerce and a lot of offline operation. What does it mean by now? I take the example of one of our customers on the website, on Alibaba.com. This is his profile page about his company. On the right top corner, you see a little icon. He's online. He's online there for the buyers to talk to him right now. He's not waiting for the buyers to send an inquiry to him as an email that he will read later. He wants to talk to the buyer right now. When the buyer wants to talk to him, he clicks on the icon, and there he goes. Mr. Tan, say, what can I do for you? This is what internet is about. Fast communication, speed, and interactive. And when the buyers want to talk to him, they click on it, there. They can instantly chat. Or do you pick any of the options on the top bar of the chat box? They can actually do video conferencing. They can share the whiteboard. They can share a lot of things right there. And when we talk to some of our successful customers, this is very important. And in Alibaba, we also talk to a lot of buyers who use our system. What they treasure most is interactive, immediate communication with the suppliers. Because we think we are under pressure as a suppliers to do our business. The buyers also are under pressures to find what they need very quickly. The pressure may be coming from the success of the business, if he's the owner. If he's an employee, his boss may be asking him, I want this in 2 days? Or today, can I get a quotation in 30 minutes? That is what his pressure is. So he go online, he finds something quickly, he try to get a sample or quotation immediately. This is what e-commerce is about. This is what the whole speed of commerce, doing business, is about today. Everyone is under the pressure of speed. We have to act fast. Second things about internet is the communication. Internet is a strong communication tool. I think nowadays, I don't know why, we have the phone, but we don't talk on the phone. We text. There's so many different communication ways for us right now. We use WhatsApp, right? We use Line, and this morning we heard from gentlemen from Jimmy Boy TV, people with Snapchat, all these new tools. It's about communication. That is what internet has enabled us to do. In the old ways, the communication is more passive, especially in the beginning of the internet world. We do advertisement. E-commerce in the very beginning form, the early form, is advertisement, internet advertisement. But nowadays, it's a lot more than advertisement. It's about communication. When you find the buyers, when the buyers find you, it's how to communicate. So there's a passive way of communication. On the Alibaba.com example, we call it the buy inquiry, which is good, still very good. In the panel section earlier, we heard questions from the audience saying that how many inquiries you get, what's the conversion rate, which is good. This is what we do. We advertise ourselves. We put our information on the website, and we want the buyers to find us. And then they send the inquiry to us. And then we filter, we qualify, and then we talk to them. This is very successful, and we continue to do it. But then there's another way. It's the active way. Can we go out and find the buyer instead? Why not sitting here and waiting, looking at the mailbox, hoping something to arrive? So that is the active way that we call the RFQ, the request for quotation on Alibaba, that you can go out and look for business opportunities. That's what internet is enabling us. This is what we put into Alibaba.com. How to do it? This is the, oops, let me see, okay. This is the slide that we showed both ways. In Alibaba, we still have inquiry. Many of our successful customers, users, they're very happy to see the inquiry coming into the mailbox every day. And then there are orders that actually go very active and search for RFQ on the website. You may not be able to see it, but what I put here an example is what the buyers saying on the website is, I want to buy such and such. Can anyone provide me with the product? Because the buyer is also under pressure. He not only tries to search for the right suppliers, he also advertise for his demand. And when we say advertise, we don't ask them to pay. Actually, it's free for the buyers. But he wants to seek for the suppliers to contact him directly. And in the last example I put up here is a buyer looking for freeze-dried coffee. And in quotation, he said, I only want suppliers from Vietnam, Indonesia, or Malaysia. If we are the suppliers in Malaysia, this is godsend. This is what we need to do. This is what internet enables us to do. Is we can do it advertisement and wait passively, or we can go out very aggressively and grab the business opportunity when it is available. This is what internet is about. Take action. In the earlier session, we have a speaker saying that how to be successful, go and try. Burn your fingers a little couple of times. This is what we need to do. Go to be active and try out the different way that you can do on the internet. And the tools that I was mentioning, we call the Ali Sources poll. You can search on Alibaba.com and see how that could help the buyers to buy things, and the suppliers how you can be active to grab the opportunities that you can get on the internet. The third point that I want to raise today is the reach. This maybe I have a different opinion compared to the aim today is aim sharp. Yes, we need to aim sharp. That's about targeted. But on the internet, actually, it's better. Internet helps us to aim sharp, to be targeted, but it also gives us the reach to go to the whole world. On Alibaba.com, our website has reached to over 240 regions and countries, so we have buyers coming from all over the world. Some examples I heard from our buyers earlier in my interaction with the buyers or suppliers. Actually, they say that, I'm surprised to see where the order's coming from. In fact, a lot of SMEs, like the audience here, they worry about how the cost of advertisement, the cost of acquiring opportunities. So the cost of going overseas to attend a trade show is high. Mr. Lai earlier mentioned that when he go to a trade show in Africa, if you go empty-handed, the cost is high. But you use internet earlier to secure a few sales leads, then you reduce your cost. But where do you want to go? If you decided you go to Africa first, and then you put all your resources there, you may targeting the wrong target. Sometimes we don't know where the demand of our products are. The internet helps you. Because when you put a product on the internet, for example, on Alibaba.com, you're exposed to all the buyers around the world. So when you put it on the net, and then someone from the UK call you, and someone from Africa call you, then you know the demand of your product. It's like doing free market research. In the past, you may need to pay thousands of dollars to do that market research to see what your target market segment is. But on the internet, you can try out. Put your product on the internet and see where the demand coming from. Maybe different product has a demand from different part of the world. Now, then you know where to go to target. So internet gives the reach of the world, and then it helps you to target and then aim sharp and close the deal there, or spending more resources to go to Africa for a trade show, or go to the States for a trade show. This is what internet could help us to do, is get the reach, and then also cast your net wide, as I put on the slide, and also then to be able to target it and put your resources to closing the deal that you need. This is the beauty of internet today. And an example on our customers' pages, what we enable is something called multi-language approach. Not only the traffic of our website coming from over 240 countries, and also we have automated translation for you of different languages. If you're able to read the slide, is we able to translate for you in German, French, Japanese, Korean, Arabic. So all these languages will help you to get the buyers very comfortable with your profile and your product information, and then they could contact you. Of course, the standard communication language in the trading world is still English, but at least it makes it easier for him to understand you from the very beginning. And all this is automatically translated on Alibaba.com for you. The depth. When we do advertising, or when we try to get exposure of our company to the buyers around the world, we have to decide what we're trying to do. Sometimes we want to do images. We want to create a strong brand images of a company or a product. But then, when we go to transaction, we have to prepare for the details of the products so that the buyer can decide if it is the right thing for them. Internet give us the easiness, convenience way to do both. If we have to print a catalog that some of us still have to do if you go to a trade show, it's difficult. You produce a thick catalog, the buyer may not take it, and then the cost is high. But then you just create leaflets of images, you may not have the complete information about your company or your products. On internet, you can do all this. When you try to do the branding, you create the image. You introduce your company about your history, the capability of your manufacturing, the ISO license that you get, all this for the images. And then you go to the product, go to the details about what your products can do, what is the features and benefits of the product. Actually, on our website, we have online tutorials to help you to do how to do best on both sides, how to create a strong image and how to create the best product information. Because on the internet, the demand from the buyer is a little bit different. The things they ask for is different. How you make a good photos of your product. Should you create a video of your factories? All this make a difference on the internet because there are so many suppliers at the same time try to compete for the orders that you want to fight for. So you have to know how to do it best. We have a free tutorial on the platform that you can check out. But the best is we have our local partner here, PanPages. They have seminars for you. They have people who serve you to teach you how to be the best on the platform. So when you try to compete, your products stand out, your company stand out. That's the 4 points that I raised earlier. And then this is the last thing that I want to highlight. In the morning, Mr. Feng Leung also talked about big data. Big data is the buzzword today. We hear about it, about the potential, the disruptive capability of big data, but then most of us look at it as a theory. How could we use big data as an SME? It's hard. Why? Because big data, in the first step, is collect a lot of data. That's why it's called big data, right? So how could you collect a lot of data as an SME, which is difficult? For Alibaba, we do the job for you because we have a website of over tens of millions of members. We track the traffic of the behavior of our buyers, what they search today, what they search in the past, what's the hottest keyword today, which suppliers is most successful getting the inquiry. All the information is accumulated in Alibaba.com for the past 16 years. So those data are useful for you, and we want you to use it. And that's why on the website, as it goes supplies, you're able to access something called the BIS trend, which gives you the big data of doing your business. Some of our members actually will say that I'll buy a gold supplies just because of this, because trying out a new product is costly. But what you can do on Alibaba is you post a product on the website and see what's the response rate from the buyers. And then it also tells you in these categories who has the best product, who get the best response from buyers. You can check it out, compare to his product to yours. This is worth thousands of dollars of market research. The beauty of this is after a month, you try another product. You change the specification of your product and see if that generates different demand. You change the way you position your product. The marketing message could be different. Then you check the response again. And all this you can compare to the others, your peers, your competitors in the industry. This is what big data is about. Big data is about how you use a lot of data to improve your business, not for the fun of it. We have to bring it back to the business. This is what in Alibaba we try to do, to create all this tool so that you can be effective using e-commerce to conduct your business. Our positioning for Alibaba.com, this is my territory, is Alibaba.com, is create all these tools and to bring it to you, explain to you with help of a local partner so that you can be successful on the internet. That's all I have to share with you today. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Timothy Leung, all the way from Hong Kong, Head of Global Business Development, Alibaba.com. Thank you so much, sir.